Hello everybody, Benjamin Blade, the Tabletop Blacksmith. So good to have you here. Today I would like to talk about one strategy of immersion, which is the use of background music. When you get people to engage with the story, the real D&D experience, the real Dungeons & Dragons, the real tabletop role-playing experience comes to life. Immersion is not engagement. Immersion takes place when the audience forgets that they're an audience at all. We become, in a sense, a people that is living this story. There are plenty of examples that we see in movies and in TV shows and in stories and in audiovisual storytelling that we can use as examples of how background music, or the lack thereof, has really helped to set a tone in the story. Take, for example, one of the most shocking reveals in science fiction history.
He told me you killed him.
No, I am your father.
Not true. That's impossible.
The music itself added an entire layer of emotion that we have affixed to this great evil. And because of that, it helped the viewers to feel that tension and that shock as that secret was revealed. Now, the more engagement strategies that you use, the more likely it is that your players will actually become immersed in the story. There are a lot of tools out there for ambient sounds and background music. BattleBards is one of my favorites. They have created an entire platform for just role-playing sound effects and background music and noises. They even have queued NPC dialogues that you can bring up on a moment's notice. They're very good at what they do. Another one that has just come out that I think is it's a great tool to use is Tabletop Audio. It's free to use. There are purchasable upgrades that you can do to create your own playlists and such. When I was first getting into DMing, I started compiling a list of all of the amazing, talented people out there who have created these works where it's just the sound of howling winds, or it's the sound of people in a street with dialogue that's going on in the background around your characters. I've taken this and personally made an alphabetized playlist selection. If any of you are interested, it's free to go through. I have it loaded up to my SoundCloud account, which is named Mighty Benj, which was after the first character that I ever played in a role-playing game. But there are other SoundCloud accounts that have created those as well. I'm going to post below with links to all of these different platforms for you to use. I think that it's really something that could help enhance your experience at the table. Just this last week, my adventurers took a covered wagon with 2 draft horses through the snow down a mountain pass. I queued my Mountain Pass soundtrack, and it actually got into one of the soundtracks that I had added to it was the sound of a horse driving a carriage through the snow. I had one of my players look up from her character sheet as she began hearing the sounds of what I was actually describing, and she just shook her head and said, "I love this." Once we get players to fully immerse in their story, they feel more comfortable in engaging and in becoming their characters, in role-playing their characters. Next week, I'll actually make a video that goes over some of the suggestions that I have to give our players as many opportunities as we can to ensure that they will feel comfortable role-playing at the table, if that's what they are at the table to do. I hope that you have found this video helpful and that the tools that I have offered are something that you could use in your own games. I run an ad-free channel here, so if you're interested in any of the services that I and my brothers offer, we sell tabletop terrain. And we currently have a Kickstarter going on, which I'll put the link down below as well. Thank you all for your great feedback and for the comments. I make these videos because it's something I'm passionate about. It's something that I love doing, and it's something that brings me a measure of satisfaction and peace that I have found while meeting up with friends and with enjoying this experience, this shared storytelling experience together. So let's cue the music, and remember, gaming is life.